Are you all right, ma'am?
Yes, quite all right, thank you. But you might ask the policeman to come in.
She's like, help me, bitch. Hi guys, welcome back to the Shannon Show. Hello if you're new. So today's video is going to be a reaction / commentary video of The Crown Season 4 Episode 5. I hope everybody is doing as well as can be. I really do hope everybody is being as proactive as possible in supporting the Black Lives Matter movement. And if you're still on the lookout for some resources, I've linked some in the description. Feel free to comment down below your thoughts on my commentary. I'm always up for a chat, I'm always up for a debate. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you didn't, give it a dislike, no hard feelings. And if you really, really like this video, consider subscribing and helping you get out. So, episode 5. I know it's been a while. I know I said I was going to have it out the next day. If you know me, then you know I'm a liar. So, apologies. So, apologies for the delay. Episode 5 is here. So, today's episode, Fagin. It's looking like a political episode. So, yeah. Let's just get into it. It's a bit of a madness, though, what goes on in this episode. But yeah, let's get into it. Glasses. Right, let's go.
A royal ruckus has started over the man who had an audience with Queen Elizabeth, uninvited and unannounced, in the Queen's bedroom in the middle of the night.
What?
Yesterday's intruder was able to get through an elaborate system of electronic alarms, as well as past palace guards and police.
No way.
For 10 minutes, he sat talking 6 feet away from the Queen. Then he asked her for a cigarette.
According to his mother, he spoke of a girlfriend called Elizabeth living in SW1.
What?
The incident left royal commentators asking 2 questions. How on earth did he get in? And what did they talk about?
Yeah, what did they talk about for 10 minutes? That is mad, though. I didn't know about this.
Says her government has a coherent political agenda for many years ahead.
Okay, 3 months earlier. I guess we're going to find out what the conversation was about.
The background, where you come from, doesn't matter. If you can prove yourself to be of value to the economy and contribute, if you can increase your own prosperity for the good of others, well then jolly good luck to you.
Fuck off. Fuck off.
I agree. Fuck off. And you hear the narrative or not, if you work hard, you'll get somewhere. And I just think it's all a fallacy. There's so many jobs in the UK that are needed and are necessary for our economy and just the whole of the UK to function well, that are notoriously underpaid. And they're hardworking, but they're notoriously underpaid. But we actually need people in those jobs. So it's not like, you know, people won't just take the shitty jobs and everything will be fine. No, somebody has to have the shitty jobs. Somebody has to have the underpaid jobs for the economy to run. So I just think this whole meritocracy thing is a fallacy, to be honest. And I think now more than ever, it's very evident. Ooh, the carpet. Okay, so he's living on an estate, so I'm guessing the conversation's going to be about the state of the country. Oh, it's going past Buckingham Palace? Okay.
Earlier today, the sinking of the Argentine cruiser, the General Belgrano, and the initial...
Okay, the job centre. It's packed in there. Yeah, I think obviously the system right now is universal credit, and universal credit alone is barely covering rent. If you're looking at the numbers, it's barely covering rent. So there's a lot of people out here unfortunately living off air.
Have you still got that, mate? The, what's it? The cash in hand fella?
Yeah. You can sort.
Whatever you have, I will take.
Oh, he's looking for a little under the table job, okay? I'll see you, Michael. think he knows them. Oh yeah. Awkward. She's like, oh fuck, he's here.
What are you doing? I told you never to come here.
Okay, so he's coming to meet her.
I need to talk to you about the flat.
Who's this? Okay.
How are the kids?
They're fine.
Okay, it's the baby mama.
Who's that twat?
This must be her new man.
Who is it?
Someone who works for a living and looks after your kids.
Oh, she went there, Shadi. She went there.
He's a fucking twat. You're a fucking twat.
Michael, I mean it. Don't start.
Do you want some?
It's a bit embarrassing, Michael. Just leave it. Just leave it.
You're not worth it. Oh, well, maybe you haven't got any balls.
Let me tell you something else. She knows all about my balls.
Oh, oh, come on. I would be so embarrassed if I was her. This is just very immature. Oh, it wants to fight. I also wouldn't want to be with somebody who's referring to my children as fucking children. But I guess maybe, you know, Michael won't bring in the money, you know, she had to find somebody who's paying the bills, you know, sometimes it be like that shit. But yeah, I've never actually witnessed a pub fight. Has anyone witnessed a pub fight? Not even an argument. The pubs I go to are very boring. But yeah, do let me know if you've got any juicy pub stories.
An RAF Vulcan and accompanying support plane have successfully carried out bombing raids near the capital.
Any casualties?
None.
No casualties. Impressive.
I think we can confidently say the tide has turned.
She's so happy about it.
Everyone was against us going to the Falklands, but she believed we could pull it off, and now victory is within sight. Her victory.
Well, I gotta put it to you guys. Do you feel like Margaret was so hard for the war because she wanted political gain rather than she actually really believed in the cause? What do you guys think? I don't know if I can say 100% for sure, but I do think she definitely had that in mind.
She brought up the subject of palace security again, which infuriated me.
Why?
Do you want our walls to be built even higher? Or the public to stand 10 feet further back at engagement?
Okay, so they're already planting the seed that it was already a bit lax. But that's a bit baffling to me that the security was really lax, you know? Well, I guess nobody had tried it before. I guess nobody really, like, in that century-ish. I don't know. I have to research if there was other attempted break-ins.
I take great pleasure in meeting members of the public and have learnt so much from them.
Like what, the Queen? Like what, Elizabeth? I'd be really interested to know.
We were given the advice to be more transparent, accessible, to lower the drawbridge. It doesn't feel right to be pulling it up again.
I think that makes sense, because I think through the years the anti-monarchy sentiment has been rising, has been steadily rising. So it makes sense that they have to like think of ways to stop people being like, let's have a fucking referendum. I don't know. I feel like I'm not sure if we will ever have one, to be honest. I feel like we should have one, but I'm not sure if we ever will have one. I'd be interested to hear from you guys. Do you think we'd ever have a referendum on the monarchy or not? I'd be interested to hear from you guys.
Right. Gloves on.
We've identified and prepared a few suitable members of the general public.
I wonder if they have the gloves on for fashion or because they don't want to actually physically touch the peasants. Or should I say common folk? Common folk. Oh, they're all so excited.
Here today.
Will you be first Vice President?
all look dressed up, don't they?
You were taught to work jolly hard. You were taught to improve yourself. You were taught self-reliance.
Is this what they actually played in the job centre back in the day? That is very rude. Imagine you're there picking up your unemployment check and you've got someone in your ear telling you to work hard, work hard, work harder. It's a bit cheeky.
Any work in the past 2 weeks?
International espionage agent, you know, intelligence work, counter-intelligence, assassination.
Twat.
No, that's not very nice.
How your process with the rest of the economy works its way through then.
Oh, okay, so the bunk beds were his kids' former beds, I guess.
Which is the better nurse? The one who smothers the patient with sympathy. You just lie back, I'll bring you all your meals, I'll bring you paper. Or the nurse who says, now come on, I know you had an operation yesterday, it's time you put your feet to the ground.
And there's actually people who generally think like this. What? If I had an operation, I am resting. But yeah, I think there is this kind of culture. I think it's becoming less and less and less now. But I can only imagine how it was back in the day. The culture of, you know, work through the pain, work through your sickness. Like, you know, you're sick and you're ill and your focus is not on getting better for yourself. It's getting better to go back to work. It's just fucked. It's a fucked mentality in my opinion. So for me, yes, I would appreciate the nurse who looked after me and nurtured me and treated me like a human being. Yes, I would prefer that. Oh, he's gone to go see his MP.
I wanted to talk to someone about the system.
Okay, he's serious. He's serious.
What is it about the system that bothers you?
It's unfair.
Okay, he went straight in there.
And a disgrace. Well, there's not a lot of work around recently. Perhaps because Devil Woman here is spending it all on a completely unnecessary war.
I agree.
Why would you spend over £3 billion on a war against total strangers rather than looking after your own family?
3 billion? 3 billion. £3 billion, that is a lot of money. I personally don't think the war was worth that much money. But yeah, I feel like the government always finds money for wars. And then when it comes to stuff like free school meals and, you know, upping welfare benefits in a pandemic, suddenly the money is missing. But they can find money for a war. And they can find money for all this other bullshit. It's ridiculous.
Altieri is a criminal and a fascist. And because the Falkland Islanders are British subjects living on British sovereign territory. Thank you for your observations, which I will note.
No, you won't.
Yes, I will.
No, you won't.
He won't. Yeah, this is just performative.
Noted.
And she's going to scrunch up and put it in the bin after.
She's my boss.
I'm your boss. I'm a constituent.
Did you vote for me?
You must be joking.
Margaret Thatcher is the leader of the Conservative Party to which I belong, and so I think of her as my boss.
You fancy her?
What?
I have dirty thoughts, I bet you do.
I'm afraid that's all we have time for.
He's cheeky. What do you think about that? Do you think we are our MPs' bosses? I don't think so. I don't think we are, to be honest. I think obviously we have the power to vote them out, but it takes like 4 years. Like, you know, you vote somebody in, and then someone comes in and like you might be you don't like what they're doing, but you have to wait 4 years for anything to potentially be done about it. So, and then it's kind of just like whatever the government says goes. So I don't know if we are really the bosses with the current system that we have. I think we are to some degree, but like I don't think we have that much control, to be honest. I don't think so. But I'd be interested to hear from you guys.
But if I want to talk to someone about her, Who do I speak to?
The leader of the opposition. Failing that, the Queen. She has a private audience with the Prime Minister every Tuesday. Why don't you drop in at Buckingham Palace to ask her?
And he actually did do it. What a legend.
I went to see social services. I want my kids to spend time with me. They've seen the flat and said it needs improving.
You'd have to be the primary tenant at that address before we could even consider paying for the damages. Have you tried talking to the council?
No, they told me speak to you.
Oh, how annoying.
Look, if this doesn't get sorted, I don't get to see my kid.
Yeah.
You're going to have to take that up with the council.
He doesn't care, babe. Sorry about it. You ain't gonna get nowhere with that, unfortunately. Okay, Buckingham Palace again. I was thinking about what that MP said. Okay, I think this is gonna be the night. Just like that. Wow. He really just jumped over. It was that easy. Police weren't even on job. Pulling yourself up is effort, you know. And the window's open. Wow. Liz, this is too easy. He's proper in there. He's fully in there. That's the first thing I would have done as well. Imagine if there was smartphones back in those days. I would have taken a picture. Moving like Johnny English. He would make a really good amateur spy. He's actually doing pretty decent. Oh. It's having a little bit of drink, okay. Oh, shit. He's just enjoying. Just looking around. Me, I would have started pocketing it. Everything that looked valuable is good. Just the wine. Is that the Queen's room? Oh, he's been caught. He's been caught.
Bathroom clear. Bedroom clear. Get the dressing room quickly. No.
He's right. He's been caught before he saw the Queen.
Dressing room clear.
So it's still gonna be like a hide and seek stuff. Like what? Right, he's escaped. So I'm guessing he's gonna try it again then. He's gonna go back.
He went down the East Gallery, along the Cross Gallery, through the Picture Gallery, to the gift room, where he drank a bottle of wine.
What?
I probably would have had a little bit of drink as well, to be honest.
It also appears that some of the palace's alarm systems were malfunctioning.
Liz, got to secure your abode.
The matter still rests with the Metropolitan Police's aid district. It's yet to be passed up the chain of command to the Home Office.
Do they absolutely need to know?
Oh, is she trying to keep it a secret?
Otherwise, the next thing you know, Downing Street will overreact and will have alarms and surveillance cameras and policemen everywhere. Buckingham Palace is too like a prison as it is.
Liz. Well, I mean, she gonna learn, isn't she?
Sam, come here. Go on then.
Don't do anything stupid, Michael. Yeah, he's gonna do something stupid. Oh, Michael. Oh, this is embarrassing, Michael.
What are you kids like?
In front of the kids as well, getting beaten up by the new man.
You're scared. I'm doing this. Oh, you had enough.
It's a bit embarrassing. The walk of shame.
Your children should remain in the permanent care of their mother.
Oh, he's lost the kids.
It has been deemed to be in the children's best interests that you should no longer have any contact with them.
Can't even see them. Michael, you shouldn't have been acting a fool, babe. You shouldn't have done it.
The Argentines are now reported to be flying white flags of surrender.
Oh, Maggie is happy about that, isn't she? Delighted. Oh, everyone's celebrating. They won't be singing that for long, I tell you that.
There were the waverers and the faint-hearted.
Oh, she's loving it, isn't she?
Mrs. Thatcher has seen a dramatic surge in her personal popularity, according to the latest polls.
The popularity didn't last very long. He's on his way, isn't he? Oh, he's over it. Yeah. Guess who's back? Back again.
Anything to report? Quiet night. Graveyard shift, isn't it?
Oh, there he is. Wow, the security is so sloppy. Straight in there. Were they really this sloppy? Well, I think he's just going straight to the Queen's chamber. Oh, she's there. She's fully in there, conked out. Michael, you're crazy.
Morning, baby.
Oh, she thinks it's Philip. Oh, she calls him baby. Okay. Okay, Liz.
All right, if you insist. Who are you?
fuck is this man?
My name is Michael.
Out, get out!
I promise you have nothing to fear from me.
There is an armed policeman outside this door. Hello?
I would have hopped out the bed. I would have hopped out the bed and ran.
What do you want, if it's money?
I don't want money. I don't want anything.
Can't blame her for thinking.
I care very deeply indeed. What a thing to say.
Don't do that,
Gun
please.
kind, stupid. Don't dare touch me! Look out!
Stop it!
Sorry, I shouldn't laugh. This is a bit funny.
I'll say what I've got to say and then I'll go.
Okay, I respect it though. He really did take it to the Queen.
I meet normal people all the time.
No, you don't. Everyone you meet's on best behaviour.
True.
Yeah. Bowing and scraping, that's not normal.
True. See, that's when I would have legged it. Fuck, ring him from the bed. Get out of the bed, sis. Yeah, she fully could have legged it at this point. Yeah, she had plenty of time to leg it. She only just got out of bed.
This place is even posher than you'd think, and yet more run down.
Run down?
Oh, yeah. Corridors and staterooms. Shocking.
Oh, he's cussing out her house. People love cussing Liz out in her own house.
Painter decorator, you should hire me.
I don't think she's gonna hire you, babe.
What is the matter with you? This is private property.
No, it's not estate property.
Look, he's giving it back.
I've tried everything else. Writing letters, speaking to my MP. Fat lot of good any of that did. You're my last resort. Someone who can actually do something.
But I'd be interested in hearing from you guys. Has your MPs ever helped you out? Let me know. But yeah, not gonna lie, I don't really get the thought process of him not thinking that the Queen and Margaret Thatcher are on the same team and on the same page. Yeah. A little bit confusing, but I admire his optimism.
Countries bounce back. People do. Because they simply have to.
That's what I thought. That I'd bounce back. And then I didn't.
That's true. The bounce back thing don't work for everybody.
My confidence dried up. Then the love in my wife's eyes dried up.
Yeah, she went and left you for somebody else.
They say I have mental health problems now. I don't. I'm just poor.
You know, I have to agree. I think, you know, poorness and poverty is the root cause of a lot of problems with society. And, you know, capitalism, the byproducts of capitalism is poverty. In a capitalist system, there's got to be people at the bottom. And obviously Michael is probably not at the, you know, very bottom yet, but he's on his way there. But that is by design. So, you know, people always say, oh, you just have to work hard, and you'll get there. But by design, there's going to be people like Michael, and there has to be people like Michael, and there has to be people that are even worse off than Michael for this capitalist system to be sustainable. So yeah, I've got to agree. I've got to agree with Michael. I mean, whether you're for a capitalist system or not, that's the truth. Poverty is a byproduct of capitalism. Whether you support the system, at least be honest about what the system is. Me personally, I can't support it, but you know, it's what we're living in, so it is what it is, isn't it?
Well, the state can help with all of this.
What state? The state has gone. She's dismantled it.
Let me tell you, literally, universal credit was trending today, Shadi.
Other things we thought we could depend on growing up, a sense of community, a sense of, you know, obligation to one another.
In London, I don't think so.
He spends that money on an unnecessary war and declares the feel-good factor is back again. In the meantime, all the things that really make us feel good, the right to work, the right to be ill, the right to be old, the right to be frail, be human, gone.
Honestly. Yeah, it's true. All of these things just make people miserable.
You may think you're off the hook, but she's got her eye on your job too. Let me tell you, you'll be out of work soon. She has an appetite for power, which is presidential. And in this country, a president and a head of state cannot coexist. She's put us out of work. She's quietly putting you out of work.
Do you think the monarchy will ever be dismantled? I think it will eventually. I'm not sure whether in my lifetime though. But I think eventually the monarchy will be dissolved. I think obviously she will probably still have the title, but it as an active system within society, I think it's on its last legs. Personally.
Come in.
Are you all right, ma'am?
Yes, quite all right, thank you. But you might ask the policeman to come in.
She's like, help me, bitch.
Have you come far?
Okay, it's a bit awkward now. She just called the police on him.
York Way. Just beyond King's Cross.
Lovely. Is it lovely?
No, not particularly.
This is a bit awkward. She's like, can y'all hurry up, police?
Is there anything else you'd like to say to me?
No. Thank you.
No, you said what you needed to say, Michael. Respect.
Don't touch her.
It's all right. I shall bear in mind what you've said.
Oh, she's given the bare hand. She's given the bare hand, guys. Michael got the bare hand.
Oh.
Ledge. Oh, don't be too rough with him.
Now, perhaps that cup of tea.
Yes, ma'am.
With a little bit of whiskey in it as well. Yeah, definitely a bit of whiskey. Wow. Imagine though, waking up and there's like an actual intruder in your bedroom. How traumatizing.
Is the Home Secretary not aware that the British public is really very shocked and staggered?
Yeah, it's very embarrassing, it is.
I would say that no one is likely to have been more shocked and staggered than I was.
It was a bit of the Queen's fault though.
I am so sorry. It is a national embarrassment.
It truly is an embarrassment. It truly is an embarrassment.
The Queen of the United Kingdom should be subjected to troublemakers and malcontents who feel at liberty to resort to violence.
It wasn't violent though. He wasn't violent. Don't be spreading lies about my boy Michael.
Oh, but he wasn't violent. In fact, the only person Mr. Fagan hurt in the course of his break-in was himself.
Yeah, that's right. You better spread the truth, Liz.
And while he may be a troubled soul, I don't think he's entirely to blame for his troubles, being a victim of unemployment, which is now more than twice what it was when you came into office.
Okay, Liz is sticking up for him, okay?
If unemployment is temporarily high, then it is a necessary side effect of the medicine we are administering to the British economy.
Side effect. We're getting richer, but some people just gotta be broke though. But they need to work hard though. But some of them gotta be broke. Make it make sense. Make it make sense.
Shouldn't we be careful that this medicine, like some dreadful chemotherapy, doesn't kill the very patient it is intended to heal?
That is a very good analogy, Liz.
If people like Mr. Fagan are struggling, do we not have a collective duty to help them?
I agree, Liz.
What of our moral economy?
I agree. You better talk your shit, Liz.
We really must abandon outdated and misguided notions of collective duty.
Wow, she really was horrible.
My father didn't have the state to rely on should his business fail.
Perhaps not everyone is as remarkable as your father.
She came for his daddy. Yes, she's always gassing up her dad, like.
I say they have it within them to be.
Even someone like Mr. Fagan.
Mr. Fagan is another matter.
Oh, okay, so not everyone then.
If he is spared criminal prosecution on account of his condition, a nice, secure mental hospital will ensure he will not be a danger any longer. Now, if
they put him in a psychiatric ward.
I really must go.
Where to?
To the Victory Parade at the City of London.
A victory parade?
Yeah, she won the war, babe.
We have just won a war.
Of course she's gonna go out partying.
And the Prime Minister waving on the Lord Mayor's right, on his left.
She's loving it.
The Prime Minister taking the salute instead of the Sovereign, doesn't that bother you?
No, I think Liz is a bit jealous that Margaret's getting all the shine.
It's interesting.
What?
How much it clearly bothers you.
I think that woman's getting ahead of herself.
Yeah, she's jealous.
And now this increased security.
She still doesn't like the increased security. Liz is something else.
She's trying to protect you.
From what?
From lunatics.
Normal people, my subjects.
Come on. That man was clearly a lunatic. And a fool.
Yes, but in the...
I agree with the Queen. It was a bit foolish, but in the best sense.
I'm sorry that I wasn't there to protect you. I feel terrible.
But you're there by my side all the time. And do much more than keep me safe. But thank you.
Oh.
I expect Mr. Fagan is rather relieved he didn't come through that window and land on your bed.
Oh, do you think Philip would have boxed him up?
That would have been a very different conversation.
Following his arrest, Michael Fagan was committed indefinitely to Park Lane Mental Hospital in Liverpool. He served 3 months. He continues to live in London. Stand down, Margaret, stand down, please. Stand down, Margaret. Right, guys, that's the end of the episode. That was crazy. I can't believe he actually broke into... I can't believe he actually broke in there twice, and I mean got in there while the Queen was sleeping. Madness. But yeah. Big up my man Michael. Big up my man Michael. Legend. Sometimes they be switching around the story, but yeah. Yeah. I think things have definitely improved since the Margaret Thatcher days. But I do think some of the things that he says still could apply to today's society, British society. And in London as well. Obviously, London is the capital, but there's still a lot of poverty in London. So yeah, I feel like Michael was speaking straight facts. I'm hoping they're going to focus more on the royal side of things now rather than the political Falklands stuff, because like I said, I'm not really a big fan of Thatcher. So yeah, I prefer the royal drama. So hopefully next episode we're going to get some more of that. In terms of when the next episode is going to be, I think how I'm going to do it now is once I hit a certain threshold, I'm going to put out the next episode, because I've just got so many things to do that it just makes more sense to, you know, release the videos once I hit the thresholds and prioritize the videos that I need to. If it doesn't, then I'll probably have to put it on hold indefinitely. I think that's just the smart thing to do. But yeah, of course, do let me know what your thoughts were on this episode. As always, let me know what your thoughts are on my commentary. Subscribe if you haven't yet, and if you have, don't forget to put my notification bell on so you know when the next video is dropping. I'm also trying to get to 2.2k subscribers, so I'd appreciate if you help me reach that goal. And thank you to everybody who has subscribed to my channel so far. Till next time, guys, bye.